Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a test. So we've been having issues with the S21 Plus with some lagging issues. And I came across something very interesting. So I'm testing it right now with using Primus Live, because I like to use Primus Live to control my bitrate and my exposure values to give you guys real-time, real-looking either cinematic look or FPS of 30. So with that said, everyone, I want to see if this lags still, and how I am going to determine how this is going to lag. My FPS is going to drop, and it has done that every single time because Samsung Galaxy software had something called RAMPlus enabled by default. And I don't like when Samsung makes these decisions when we as a user are not aware of it. So the only way to get to this setting in your Android device, that you have to click on my About Phone, and once you click on About Phone, click on any of the information about several different times to get in developer mode enabled. Now, I'm noticing that the frame rate is not dropping anymore, but my phone on my end still seems laggy. So we may have fixed an issue with the frame rate dropping from 30 frames, like it should be, to 27, 26, sometimes 28 frames. So this is just a test. So as someone that uses a phone, always program their phones, always try to, make sure that I get the best out of my phones, I noticed that it's not lagging right now. It's still smooth 1080p. And I want to talk to Samsung. Samsung, why do you, at default, enable RAMPlus? You know what that does to your phone, everyone? So RAMPlus is just virtual memory. It's not replacing your physical memory. Mind you, your physical memory is better than virtual memory. And this is what has been causing my phone to lag sometimes, I believe. Oh, it dropped down to 28. I just saw the bit frame. So we didn't fix that issue quite a bit, it seems like. But I just want to let Samsung know that I've been having a lot of compatible issues with my S21 Plus 5G device. Primus Live is not stable, it's laggy on my end. I'm not sure about the audience end, but I am using, and keep this in mind, I am using an ND filter and a polarizer. So if I was to change the camera, let's change the camera from wide to normal. Alright, so now I just noticed that the frame rate dropped from 30 to 20. And mind you, Samsung Galaxy developers and Primus Live, please fix the Primus Live so it can be compatible and optimized for the phone. Because it seems like there's some issues with Primus Live and the Samsung devices using certain settings that a lot of people are not aware of. Like virtual RAM Plus is just like adding virtual RAM on top of your RAM, which I don't recommend unless you're doing other things. So what I had to do was try to get the settings. Mind you, I had to limit how much it's running in the background. Normally at default, Samsung has standard. So that means like you have like 20 applications in the background running. I changed that from 20 to 4. But again, we're seeing some slight improvement, but still laggy on my end. I'm not sure about my audience end. Keep this in mind, everyone. This is not a scheduled live stream. This is just a test to test the quality in the performance of my Samsung devices, especially the S21 Plus. We've been getting a lot of lag from the phone and its third-party compatibility usage when using third-party apps. So Android has not been the best for that. This is why I'd rather fix my iPhone and get my iPhone fixed in order to get that arranged. But right now it's showing 30 FPS. It has dipped to 28. But like I said, it seems like every time I go into my phone and for a moment, not exit, but check the phone to go in and out of the app, it smooths it out. What you guys think? Should I walk around to test it out? I think I should. Let's just walk around and test. You see if you drop 30 frames per second, because when I was doing the live stream the other day, we noticed it dropped from 30 frames to 28, 27, 26, 27, 26, and it should be a constant 30 frames. And we've been having issues with Samsung devices. As I said, what is RAMPlus? Basically adding more RAM on top of your RAM, but in a virtual state, which I don't recommend. So I had to do certain changes to the phone. By, like I said, repeat, go into developers mode. How to get into developers mode is on Android, you have to click on About Phone and then click on the kernel file or the UI information 6 or 8 times to enable this. Then you can change the background limit on how many apps are running in the background. And as I said, at default, Samsung has it at standard, which means 20 background apps could be running at the same time on top of your live stream, causing some lag. So limit that to 4, or whatever number you choose to. 2, 3, or 4, which I recommend. But we're just gonna test. And what you guys think, let me know in the comments right now. Do you see any lag whatsoever? And if you do, please inform me right now. So as I'm panning, it should not lag, but it's lagging on my end right now. From my view, it's lagging. I can see the lag. But I don't know on your end. But it says that it's a constant 30 frames at this moment. So maybe it is the phone that needs to be restarted. Mind you, everyone, we factory restarted this phone not once, but 5 times in order to see if this was going to fix the problem. But it's all about the UI updates to the Samsung devices. They are showing some incompatibility to other devices like S21 Plus, and I think Samsung needs to fix it because, like I said, third-party apps should not be so laggy and buggy to a point where you do not really have anything running in the background. I do not have any apps running in the background right now. I closed all the apps, everyone, and they should not be running in the background right now. But what is plus RAM? So everyone, if you have an Android device, I want you to go into your settings and type in RAMPlus. Turn that off. This is why your Samsung device is so laggy and buggy. Turn RAMPlus off. You do not need virtual RAM. Most of you are going to get any high-end phones 8 gigabytes. I have 8 gigabytes. If you have a smartphone that has 4 gigabytes, turn it off too, because it will affect the, mind you, this will affect the performance of your phone and how your devices are going to function in the future. Mind you, this is really putting a strain on your other devices and hardware when you have RAMPlus enabled. So turn it off if you have an Android device by just going into your settings and typing in RAMPlus. So we didn't see any drops. a frame rate. But please let me know right now, because there's 2 of you watching. This is shot in 1080p 30 frames a second. The frame rate has not dropped, which means we may have fixed it. But on my end, it still shows a lag on my display. Like I said, it could be my display. It could be my phone, but the live stream is working perfectly fine. So we are only testing to see what is taking place on Samsung devices. Why does Samsung have this feature, RAMPlus, at default enabled? So everyone, turn that off. And mind you, also go into your settings and go for background apps limited. You want to go into that setting and you really want to, mind you everyone, you really want to limit. Turn it off from standard and put it on either 1, 2, 3, or 4. You don't need too many apps running in the background. And if I was you everyone, make sure your apps are closed in the background by swiping and making sure they are completely closed. Keep this in mind. There's other settings you can do to fix your phone. You can go into your settings, you can go to certain apps, you can clear the cache. I don't recommend deleting the data because that means you just deleted your account, your data, your passwords, and you may have to put that in, and that could be a little bit of an annoyance for some people. But with that said, I'm giving you a tech video and a tech tip about Samsung Galaxy devices that may receive lag in 2024. What is RAMPlus and why is it enabled by default? That should not be enabled by default if it's going to cause lag. And it's not good for your phone in the first place because it is only virtual RAM, not physical RAM. See, but on my end, like I said, for the last 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So take this video and this tip with a grain of salt. If you're an Android user, turn this feature off completely. And please go into your settings and make sure that all background limit apps are limited and turn it from standard to either 1 to 4. Trust me, it's going to work better for your device. But I'm going to just make sure that everyone understands. I am going to go inside the storage. But I just released a video, which I'm going to wait and upload because it's in 4K, about Jianyu's new Weebly, or is it called Weebly 3E Cine, or is it called Jianyu Cine 3E gimbal? And mind you, I think it's the best gimbal for everyone, including professional filmmakers looking for a gimbal that supports 3 kilograms. But as a Jianyu user, everyone, as a Jianyu user of their gimbals, I'm using the Weebly too, and this has been my best experience using their gimbals. But other than that, everyone, we are testing, we are trying to go live with Premise Live because we've been having issues with this app, and it's dropping its frame rate when it's literally set at 30 FPS at a 300 kilobit bit rate. And mind you, let me underexpose my shot. I want my shot a little bit underexposed right there. But I'm about 1 stop under now because I can control the exposure. No more flickering, no more flicker from the YouTube app. This is why we refuse to use the YouTube app. Now, don't get me wrong, YouTube. I know I complained a lot about your app, but you gotta understand it from our point of view. As a filmmaker, as someone that shoots video, you want to be in control. That is so important. This is how you educate yourself. This is how you educate other people. This is how you get other people to follow suit. This is how you get other people to realize shooting video, proper video, is important. Without that importancy, we are never going to grow and understand how to shoot video properly. And Mixie Mel says, not lagging on my end. Wow, see? I believe we fixed it. So with that said, I am using the Maven filters. Thank you, Micro the Raven and the Maven team, for always supporting this channel. They send me a free CPL for my IRIX 15, which is a 90 thread, which is expensive, mind you. That filter alone is worth $120. So thank you, Micro the Raven, and always supporting. Thank you for the merch. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for supporting this channel. And thank you to Jayun for responding to my Instagram messages, the US team, which I'm talking to. I appreciate that, because they are literally saying thank you for my services while I do these New York City tours. I've been using the Weebly 2. I'm using it now, but as we are testing for the last 17 minutes, and we got confirmation that it is not laggy, but I'm seeing lag on my end. So there is a phone issue with the Samsung line of phones. There is a lag continuously, mind you. This lag has been a continued problem on Samsung devices for the last 4 to 6 years. It seems like Samsung cannot get it right, or the fact that Samsung is doing and having settings in your phone enable when you don't know that these settings should be off. It's killing your phone. And my opinion with RAMPlus is that it's virtual RAM. It is killing your phone in your components. Over time, wear and tear will happen if you use this feature. I don't understand why Samsung at default left it enabled. It should be off. But also, they should give you better options to have you understand. And this is why I'm good at software. You gotta know what to turn off and what to not turn off. But, and now that the signal, the cell phone signal came back. I think it's jumping between Wi-Fi and my cell phone. But thank you, Mixie Mel, for giving me some honest feedback in real time, please. I appreciate you. You get a kudos star. You get a panda star. Yeah. But other than that, everybody, this is me in the flesh testing and making sure that these things work for the next live stream. So for one last time, just to confirm, no lag at this time, because I'm still receiving lag. But I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you for helping me test this issue, this troubleshoot issue with Samsung devices. So if you do, like I said, everyone, don't mean